Welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory, my fellow friends. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. I'm having a great one myself. In the last episode, we made this copper overdriven mine, which is still not actually producing anything, but that's okay. It's set up for the future, and we will get there. Mouse is all over the place today. I'm sorry. It's exciting times. Also, off camera, I expanded our coal power, more than doubling it to a total of 16 plus 18. So we have 24. We're definitely gonna get rid of this eventually. This is where the new layout's gonna be. It works better. I'll just say that. So we're gonna definitely ditch this section when we expand into oil, which is what we're gonna do today. Now we have already unlocked oil. We've unlocked the refinery and the oil extractor. I am going to take you over to where we have a temporary setup. We did a lot of stuff on stream, and this is my plug. I'm sorry, but I'm going to plug myself. I do stream, okay? And I would love it if you guys came and hung out, if you could, at twitch.tv/boombangcrash. We do a variety of streams, variety of content, and we stream 3 to 4 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and sometimes on the weekends. And we do a couple different style streams. We're gonna stream, lately we've been streaming V-Rising. We're also streaming Satisfactory. So if you want to see kind of the in-between, the in-betwixes, as somebody I know used to say, we stream those things. Where we go around and do a lot of stuff like hard drive searching and exploration. In fact, if you want to see all this area we explored on stream recently, which was great. So it kind of fills in the gaps and lets me enjoy chatting with you guys in real time and doing that kind of stuff while we're not really progressing the main build. Nothing was really built up here. So we flipped a few assemblers around. I think that's all we did. We focus on other stuff, which is great. Things that I just can't really turn into a YouTube video. One of the things we did do, though, is we did actually start production on the oil. So we did build a starter oil plant over here. So we're going to go over there right now. So as we approach where the oil nodes are, I just wanted to point out that this whole area has been recently revamped, and it's as part of update 6. It's amazingly gorgeous. I love it over here. We explored it on stream. It's fantastic. Look at this. It's absolutely... I don't know where the supply of water is coming from for this is a massive waterfall. We won't, alien physics, okay? It's probably some like geothermal geyser pumping water through the rocks or something. I don't know. Anyways, but yes, we did come over here. We've got a couple of crude nodes of oil, one over there, one over here. So this is kind of what they look like for you veteran players. If you are a veteran, this is what they've done. And if you haven't played update 6 or you're thinking about it, here we go. So we dropped down into the valley here. This used to be a big ocean, and most of the oil nodes are in the ocean, and now they've added a lot more geometry, which is really cool. And I don't know, it just looks gorgeous. So I just came over the hill. I found a normal node, and all I did was I plopped an oil extractor down. I overdrove it to the maximum, which is 250% or 300 meters cubed per second, which is the maximum rate that we can pump out in our pipes currently. We then brought it over to a refinery, and we've set it to a plastic recipe, which generates plastic and heavy oil residue as a byproduct. Again, I overdrove this. This is not efficient. Today's episode, what we're going to actually do is we're going to take this very crude starter production facility, and we're going to turn it into an actual real production facility. But we have to wait for one more thing. We need a little bit more resources because I need to actually unlock the next tier. Alternative fluid transport. I'll explain that in a second. So anyways, what we have here is part of the refinery phase of Satisfactory. Yeah, that's really loud. Is that you actually you generally produce two things. You produce a solid good, in the case we're producing a plastic or a rubber, and you also produce a byproduct typically. And in this case, we can go over here and follow this byproduct, which is, I believe, called the heavy oil residue, which we're then reprocessing. So that's a refinery. This is a refinery. We're reprocessing this heavy oil residue into fuel currently. And if we don't do this, if you don't process this residue, or you don't convert it into or you don't package it, this is something that's coming down the road. If you don't package it and sink it, or package it and store it, you can't actually continue to generate, because once the buffers are full, that's it. So it's an interesting mechanic in Satisfactory that we need to deal with, which is leftovers. We have to deal with the garbage. And so in this case, what I'm doing with the garbage is I'm actually storing it in these reservoirs, which by the looks of things are getting pretty full. So I'm just going to go ahead and temporarily, we're just going to continue to store this fuel so that we can continue to produce plastic. We're going to switch it over to rubber actually right now. And so these fuel buffers, we're going to drain these down in the future. We're going to actually turn them in, and we're going to package the fuel. Why do we want to package fuel? Well, packaged fuel can be used in things like vehicles and jetpacks, and that is the next step that we're aiming for. And as you can see, we've probably we've made a lot of plastic, so this is a good thing. We're going to actually take some of this plastic with us, and we're going to go back to the main base. And just before we do that, we're going to switch this production to rubber. And you can see here, input, output. Okay, time to hit that shiny red button. Feels good, man. Okay, so let's talk about what we've done. Let Ada speak for a bit.
To allow for transportation via vehicle and conveyor belts. Additionally, highly improved biofuel can now be produced.
Okay, sweet. Nice talk. Okay, so off camera, we unlocked this tier, which allows us to build the oil extractor, refinery valve, plastics, new shop products, circuit boards, fuel, petroleum coke, etc., 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 right? We also then unlocked the manufacturer, which just gives us some parts that we need to get to tier 7 and 8, which is on the right side here. We just unlocked alternative fluid transport, which is great. This is where we get into some really seriously cool stuff, and I didn't really want to do this episode without the packager, because otherwise it's just kind of like, okay, great, you're processing oil. But we couldn't really use it for much, except for plastics, a little bit. So now with the packager, we can actually make packaged products, and this is where the game opens up in this big, massive way, because we are unlocking the true potential of refineries. Back, and now we can build the packager. So let's take a look at this. So the packager should ultimately allow us to package fuel, which is what we're going to use to power our facilities. And in theory, where's the insies? Where's the insies and where's the outsies? That's the outsies, I think. Let's look at this again. Okay, so that's the insies. Looks like we can package other goods as well. So let's grab a few of these. Let's grab that. Let's toss that in there. Let's give it some power. All right. Apparently we're out of pole power. We're out of pole slots. Okay, let's go ahead and just add it over. Come on. There you go. Perfect. Nailed it. Okay, so let's package this stuff. So the fuel's coming in here. And from here, we should be able to grab a belt like so. I don't know, maybe like that. And we'll put on a organization. We'll put a little storage thingamabobber like that. Boom. Nice. So what do we got here? Packaged fuel. Let's select that. So, oh, we need empty canisters. Interesting. So in order to make empty canisters, we need to supply. That's a new thing we have to make. So let's go ahead and let's take care of that right now. Let me think here. We should probably, okay, let's go ahead and make a production. We'll make a craft bench. We'll go ahead and just manually produce a few of these empty canisters. Whoa, we have no space. Okay, we don't need whooshes. We don't need any of that. Can we do it now? Okay, there we go, sweet. Okay, so we can craft a whole bunch of these canisters. So this is something else we're gonna have to add to our factory now. We're gonna actually have to make these. Now, it seems like these are very, very easy to make, so we probably can just set up a simple constructor. But if we go ahead and we add those in there, it looks like it needs 40 a minute. So we're actually going to need to create a constructor. Where are you? Here you go. So let's go ahead and turn this around. We're just ghettoizing this for now. We're just testing things out. Let's see where we can find a canister. Perfect. All right, so if we grab this, we grab a, let's go 3E. We'll upgrade that, and then we'll jam that in there. Very good. Add you to the power. Awesome. Create a little bit of a storage facility. We can actually loop back the creation of our plastics in here if we wanted to, but let's go ahead and just add that. We'll store a few of these plastics in here. And if we take a look, we need 60 per minute, or 30 per minute. Looks good. It's going to generate 60. Fantastic. And looks like we're outputting enough fuel. Now we're doing fuel. Yes. So this is awesome. Having this fuel allows us to really expand things in the game. We need 50 fuel to unlock the next tier. We also need 100 plastic. So I'm just going to grab one of these stacks, keep that on us. We also need 100 rubber, which we should have. But let's go ahead, and in about 2 seconds here, we should have 50 fuel. Bam. It's a thing. So very, very cool. What I'm actually going to do is we're going to leave this running while we do some more chores, and we're going to loop back the production of the rubber. I guess what we'll do is let's grab the necessary rubber out of here. We've got some plastic, we've got some rubber. We're going to break this link right here. Okay. We're going to go ahead and disconnect. We're going to turn this production to plastic because this is what we need. We're going to make a whole bunch of canister, if you haven't already guessed it. And we'll bring this around, if I can jump over carefully. Okay, perfect. We'll grab this. We'll grab this. We'll go Mark II belts, just in case we need the capacity. We'll run this over here. Man, this is a mess. This is a travesty. Do not look. This is just temporary. We're going to make this all very pretty in a bit. But there you go. So now we're producing plastic. It's going in here, and that plastic's then getting converted into the necessary containers, which we can then feed the beast with. We can get our gas, which we're then going to use. Whew. Wow, that was a long-winded long-winded process. But now we have gas. We can go ahead and get our jetpacks. All right, we've got ourselves all the things we need to unlock the almighty jetpack. Let's go do it. I'm very excited. Can't you tell? I'm pumped today. Today I am pumped. Let's fill the beast with the things it needs and push the shiny red button. That's twice in one day. Oh yeah.
R&D inflated your pocket dimension and has provided a jetpack which operates on oil-based fuel for increased navigational capabilities as well as odds of
That is
survival.
epic. So what did we get? What did we expand? Did we get more pockets? Sorry, I didn't even see that. What was it? Did we get more pocket stuff? Tier 6, jetpack, inventory slots, right. Awesome. Okay, so gas mask would be kind of interesting to do. In fact, that's something we could probably do right now. So why don't we go ahead and unlock that real quick? We'll come back and do that later. I'll probably do it off camera. But anyways, the point is we can make a jetpack. Let's see what's required, because I'm telling you, do I have any fuel on me? I did. I brought some fuel. Good. Let's try this out. Oh, no, wrong thing, wrong place. This is good. Oh, we can make a zip line too. I forgot. Oh, so many good things. Let's make a zip line while we're here too, because we never got to use it. I unlocked it. Oh, baby. This is supposed to be something also very cool where we can use the power lines to do stuff. But let's look at the jetpack. What do we need? We need circuit boards and we need motors. Well, the good news is in our free range roving around the world, I believe we picked up some of those. So that means we just have to go over here and we have to bash out a few motors real quick. Let's do that. Okay, we got everything we need. Let's go ahead and craft this. 30 hits at the hammer, and then we'll have our first jetpack, which is amazing. And actually what we should do pretty quick here is we should make 2 of everything, just because. In fact, let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna make backups now because, if we die, stuff gets a little sketchy. We should probably have a backup item or 2 or 3 or 4 of each of these kind of main components, the more difficult to make things. We just want to have them just because, Is it 5? I can't remember now. Perfect. Let's craft another one. Now we have a spare. Just in case we die in some really random, crazy space that's difficult. because, you know, it's a thing. It's definitely possible. Let's store you. Let's grab the other one. Let's put you in my inventorize, like so. Oh, it goes on your back. Nice. And we'll put that there too as well. We're going to test that out. And do I just keep the inventory? Oh, it just shows up. Does it? Does it? Ooh. How do I jetpack? How do I jetpack? What's the way to jetpack? Jet. Space. Space and hold. Right. We're smart. It's a jump and hold now. Okay, let's do this. Oh, hey, let's try this out here. Oh, look at that zip line. That's so cool. So how's this work? Do we just grab on? Oh, wow. That's pretty epic. You can just go along straight lines. So what you're saying is we should really do these really long power pole lines all the way down. Oh, baby. Okay, let's go ahead and let's just jump. We're not going to take any damage because we rock. Because we have a jetpack. Oh, the freedom is real, folks. The freedom is real. This is... all I got to say is... this is amazing. I can't tell you how big of a deal it is to have a jetpack. It just makes life so much more easy. Okay, we're back and we've managed to put together our first more permanent refinery setup. As you can see, we are outputting both rubber and plastics, and how that works is we are taking a 300 pipeline, so we're producing 300 oil per minute, and we're splitting it into 5 overdriven refineries, and they're each taking in 6, which equates to 300. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 300 oil per minute, and then we're outputting heavy oil residue, rubber, and plastic. So yeah, we're just gonna check here, see if everything is working a-okay. Looks like everything's going. So we had to overdrive them 200% in order to maximize the flow and minimize the number of refineries. We could have done, I think we could do 50 per minute or something, but that seemed to be the most optimal. So anyways, now let's see here, heavy residue oil. So that's going in there and that's filling up. And I think, do we need a pump? Yeah, I think we probably need a bit of a lift. We'll see here. We'll see if this fills up. We might need to put a little pump here. Anyways, we've got the product coming out here, which means we need to connect it to a storage facility for now for further processing. So let's get that all set up. All right, looks like we don't need a pump, which is good. And we're converting the heavy oil residue at 120 per minute into 80 fuel per minute. And that's exactly how much of the residue is coming out of these 5 refineries. We're maximizing the efficiency in this one refinery and taking that and making fuel. I've got this heavy buffer here just to do the storage. And then we're going to pull the fuel out of this. We'll probably put 2 here just as a backup or whatever. And we'll pull the fuel up over here, which is going to be our new little factory for packaging fuel and other things. So what we need for this is, okay, now let's just double check here. How much fuel are we taking out or producing per minute? 80. Okay, so we're going to need to be able to manufacture something or package that fuel into something. So let's take a look here, and we're going to look at the packager for a second. And if we want to package fuel, we can take in 40. So we need 2 of these, and then we need 40 empty canisters per minute. And that's where this comes into play. We need a couple things up here. We need a constructor, because we're going to need to produce. Okay, so we're going to set this up, and we're going to just see here where it makes sense. Let's go ahead, and because we have to store the plastic and then construct it. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's take a look at where are you? Here we go. Empty canisters. So 30 per minute, and it does 60 out. And then for the packager, which we're going to need, we need 80 in. So if we were to overdrive this twice, that's 80 in. We're going to need 80 canisters. So what do we got here? We got 30 and 60. So if we overdrove this to 80, Okay, we're gonna need 40 plastic in. Is that right? Yeah, so we need one of these, one of those, and let's just confirm again that we're actually producing 80 again, and we are producing 80. Perfect. Okay, so that's pretty tight. It's not a whole lot of effort that we have to put in to get things manufactured. So I guess what I'll do is I'll make this an inline setup. So let's grab this guy here. So this is going to essentially conclude our first basic factory setup for oil, which is awesome. Now we have the very basic foundation items that we're going to need. We can now take these items and move them up if we need to, or we can expand our production line here. We're also making fuel, which is great. Fuel we can use later. I don't know, like there's turbo fuel and there's other things, but because this is packaged, what it means is if we have an overflow, so if this fills up, we can still overproduce, and we can have the top, for example, we could have it pull from the top here and put a sink in. So as an example, if we wanted to do that right now, so if we did this and this, we could just, I don't have enough concrete, but we could toss a sink here, and that would guarantee that we would never actually run out of, why was that going yellow? Sorry, I saw something go yellow right there. Yeah, oh, interesting. What is going on here? Why are we sitting at less than ideal? 64%. We're outputting 40 per minute. Oh, I wonder, so 40, 80, and then these are, that's 100, 120, oh, 140. Oh, interesting. I think I miscalculated by 20 here. That's why. Okay, so let's go in here and, right. So if we put in one of these guys, are we gonna get 150? Okay, so let's do a target. Let's do a target of maybe 225, 225, 135. I wish, can you type in here? See, it's a little tricky here. So let's go 230, 231, 234, 234, 233. That's just, there's no perfect number. 233.5. Aha. 44? Is there a better way to do this? Am I missing something obvious? Oh no, it's like, okay, so I guess it's probably better to be slightly over. Okay, that's fine. Slightly over. That's so silly. Yeah, so these ones will not back up now. So we're maximizing our production line, which is the most important part. The fuel thing doesn't matter really, because we'll produce whatever fuel, we'll buffer it. And I think at this point now we're overproducing here. So we're producing 93.36, which is like whatever, and we're taking in 80. So I might need to make another packager or something, or just store it. We'll figure that out. I'm not too worried about it, but anyways, guys, that's it, man. That is basic oil production in a nutshell. Yes, we have a tiny little problem here where we're gonna need to deal with some overflow issues, or we can just underclock these ones and not worry about creating too much fuel. But we're gonna use the fuel. My guess is in the next episode, we're actually gonna get into trucks. Because I did make one, and now that we have fuel production, we can actually use them. Otherwise, they're kind of a pain in the butt. But I figured, yeah, we'll get a little tractor going here. Not trucks, but tractors. And these guys work pretty good. Like, they drive around pretty nice, you know, and with fuel, this could be useful to us. And so my whole theory here with these guys is they can carry a lot, as you can see. Let me grab that stuff. They can carry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 24, 25. So 25 slots of goods per run. So I think what we could do is maybe have 2 trucks running, or probably 1 truck running over to the steel factory and bringing back the steel for us to use. So that's, yeah, we'll get into trucking in the next episode. If you like this episode, you know what to do. Bang on the like button down below, crash that subscribe button. And as always, I love to hear from you in the comments. My name is Boom, out.